Hey, how we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Illuminous 4K screen paint using ambient light projection, technology gain times 4, 5, and 7. Now today I'm going to be, like I told you, I'm going to take the screen that's on painting in half, one side white, one side gray, just to show you exactly what you're actually getting from your projector. Now, let's see, this side simulates a white projection screen, and this side simulates a gray projection screen. Majority of most screens out there on the market are pretty much, get my feet to block this. I just want to stand in front here and block this just a little bit. Most screens out there on the market simulate these two screens right here. Now, they do have the ability to produce higher white levels, but like I said, in the long run, you cheat the daylights out of your projector, and I'm going to show you why. Now, as you can see, this is an outer space star field, fully lit environment. The only way you can actually use these screens is you have to be able to use them in a dark environment. They're just not going to show up. Now, I told you I was going to go upstairs and use my projector upstairs. This is my ViewSonic projector right here. You can see right there, my ViewSonic. This projector right here, and I had to pull the specification sheet offline so you can see exactly what this projector is. This projector is 4,000 lumen and it has a 12,000 to 1 contrast, right? Also too, it is 1920 by 1200, 1610 WXGA. I got this because I like the widescreen format, especially after having a 235.1. So it is quite a powerful projector at 4,000 lumens and 12,000 to 1. Now I'm pretty sure that part of the price tag that when I paid for this thing came with the simple fact that it had a 12,000 to 1 contrast. But if I came home and I had one of these two screens, I would have never seen it. I would have never ever had the ability to utilize my projector to the best of its ability and pretty much get the full amount of what I invested in my projector. I'm only getting half of it, probably less than that. Now, my projector is probably sitting back a good probably between 10 to 11 feet because that's what it takes to get the 100-inch screen. But this is pretty much what I'm getting. And this is supposed to be a star field, outer space. So what I'll do here is I'll start turning out the lights in the environment, because this is what you're going to have to do when you're dealing with a screen of that color. Going to start knocking out lights, because any lights in the environment are going to disrupt the picture. So let's go around and hit some lights. That's why when you watch demonstrations on screens of this color, they always have to be done in the dark. Now, sometimes they may have the ability to produce images, bright, beautiful images, in well-lit environments because they'll fade less. But contrast is something they cannot do. So we'll come around to the back, show you the screen. Now, if you look at the gray screen here, you think you are seeing real contrast, correct? When actually you're not seeing contrast, you're actually seeing gray. Now the white screen, you probably think you're seeing gray, and then the gray screen, you think you're seeing black. You're not seeing black. Your eyes are playing a trick on you. You're actually seeing gray. I'm going to show you why. All right, now get a good look at that. Just stare at that very carefully. All right, you think you're getting your 12,000 to 1 contrast. All right, so I'm going to take a sample sheet of our black screen, which is a Superior 7. And I'm going to put that right up there. I don't want you to see it yet. Put that right up there so you can see. Doing this in the dark, so you got to be patient. And I'm going to back up over here, turn around, adjust my focus, and there you are. That black strip in the middle is what is called true black. You think you're getting a black screen when you look at your gray screen with the lights out, but you're not. You're actually getting like a kind of ashy dark gray. Now, if I were to turn on one light in the environment, you will see the effect change, but you will see the black screen stay the same. And this is just one light right here. That's it. None of the lights in the shop are on. This is just one light. And you will see the difference. Doesn't make a difference if you have 12,000 to 1, or I've used projectors of 600 to 1, 400 to 1 in contrast. If your screen is not black, it can't produce that image. It can't produce black. Now, what makes our technology different from any other black screen out there on the market is our technology has the ability to pull up high white levels. We can set our screen right next to a white and gray screen and still produce high white levels. High enough to come very close to outmatching those screens because we have contrast and white levels at the same time. Alright, so we'll come over here. Let's grab our cell phone and let's get, I like to do the flower demonstrations. So we're pulling up both white levels and black levels at the same time, giving the screen a perfect balance, and that's what you want. So you kind of got to start asking yourself, what are you really getting from your projector? What are you really getting from it? You're not getting what you think you're getting from it. You're not. And this projector is uncalibrated. No calibrating, none of that nonsense. You don't go through any of that. Turn it on, plug it up, and that's it. Most people, what they adjust when it comes to their projector is brightness and keystone. That's it. The only thing they adjust. And then basically the ratio size, whether they want it 16:10 or 16:9. That's all they adjust on it. But that's a black screen producing both white levels and black levels at the same time. That's what happens when you get a screen that produces a perfect balance. Now, there are black screens out there. I've seen them. One of the problems that they have, they cannot set that screen next to a white screen or a gray screen and produce high enough white levels to be able to outperform both of those screens, because the screen produces too much black levels, and that basically makes the screen dark and dirty. Therefore, the lighter screens produce a better image. See how deep the reds are? Now, I'm gonna pause this right there, and I'm gonna go hit the lights again. We'll go around and hit the lights again. I need a switch just for just one light. And this is up close, just showing you up close. Right up close, there you go. I tell you, in some videos, I don't understand why they show the camera literally sitting right on top of the screen. I get they want to show you the detail and everything, but this is a projection screen. You're not gonna be sitting that close to your screen. You know, you're gonna be sitting back at a distance. So you're not going to see all that extra fine detail, whatever. You're not going to see that. And besides, it's not the screen paint that does that. It's a projector that does that. Because if I take my projector out of focus right now, the screen will be blurry. The screen paint has nothing to do with the sharpness of a picture. It's the projector that does that, not the screen paint. If your sharpness is bad, your focus is bad on your projector, it doesn't make a difference what screen you have. Your image is still going to come out blurry. It's still going to come out fuzzy. Sharpness has nothing to do with the screen paint. Nothing to do with it. Now, if you also too have a gritty surface, which means if your surface is really gritty, has a gritty look to it, that can affect the image quality. But as for sharpness, no, sharpness basically comes from the projector itself. That's all. Has nothing to do with the screen paint. Screen paint can't produce sharpness. If you're using a 4K projector and the resolutions are very high on it, guess where that's coming from? That's coming from the 4K. It's not coming from the screen paint. Screen paint cannot make your picture sharper. It just can't. If that was the case, that means the same sharpness that you get from a 4K projector, you could produce that same exact sharpness on a 720p projector. And keep in mind, we've done these demonstrations before, but like I said, you can tell in some of the videos how sharp a 4K is over 720p. It's just our images basically produce color, contrast, and everything to almost come very close to matching 4K. But there's no screen paint out there that will ever have the ability to be able to make an image sharper on a projector. No. See, these are with the lights on. This is the reason why when I tell you, when it comes to bright colors, very bright colors, and you're dealing with these light color screens, this is the reason why you have to be in the dark. Now, like I said, I put on one light. Any light in the environment, the screen has a higher chance of surviving. This is why when they do these demonstrations, it's much light. They can put light in the environment. I had somebody come and say, well, you know, the screens look like it's doing pretty good. The cheap screen paints look like they're doing pretty good with the lights on. Yeah, some of them can do pretty good with the lights on. But the problem is that you can't get contrast from them. That's one of the biggest problems you're going to have. You can't get contrast out of the screen. That's why it's faded. They can produce bright colors. But if I were to come in and say, okay, I want to do a contrast demonstration, they can't do this with the lights on. The screen will start to wash out. That's why when they do the demonstration, they do bright colors only. Because bright colors have a better chance of pulling up in a well-lit environment. But if they try to use contrast, no, that's not going to pop up. Now keep in mind, I went out and did a ton of homework on this particular projector to make sure I got the best that I could get for my money. If I had came home and produced it on this screen or this screen, I'd have been pretty upset. You're sitting home right now and you got a screen of these two colors here and here, you ought to rethink what you just bought. Now my projector is 1920 by 1200. It is full 1080p, 4000 lumens, has a 12,000 to 1 contrast. With our technology, you get your money's worth. Look at this on the white screen. And you got a lot of companies out there, businesses, churches, that are still using white projection screens. Why? Really, and then they go out and they'll spend another 10, maybe another $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to get a projector with higher lumens. Higher lumens is not going to help you. It's just not going to help you. What you're going to do is you're going to whitewash your screen. The more lumens you hit that screen on, the more it's going to begin to wash out. Now this background is black for this video. You won't see it here and you won't see it there. Now just in case if my time runs out here, I'm Kenneth Burr from Illuminous 4K Screen Paint using ambient light projection technology gain times 4 and 5. Also too, a few things I'd like to put out there really quick. Now, someone had mentioned, does all our screen paints go to companies? No, we have one, and it's actually called Supreme 8. That one is a pre-coated, which means it'll be used for pre-coating projection screens for companies and also some of the projects we're working on. But as for our Supreme 7, the roll-on or spray-on, or our Superior spray-on or roll-on, those are available for customers. If you go to our website, you'll see them right there. And I don't know how that person missed that because I do a ton of demonstrations showing off the screen paint or customers' products that are going out. So I don't know how they missed that, but just to clarify, yes, we do actually offer screen paint to our customers. Also to the knockoff projectors, I'm getting a few emails on knockoff projectors. I just want to let you know we do not support them. The Screen Paint does not support knockoff projectors. Come on now, it's like you gotta think about this. I know it comes with a lot of bells and whistles. I know it looks amazing. Stay away from these projectors, please. Can't express that enough. Stay away from them. We have it posted under our shopping carts. We have it posted in the shopping carts. We have a list of projectors we do support. If it's not on that list, we don't support it. These projectors are a headache. They're a plague and they are a headache. Because I'll get a customer that'll get one of these projectors and say, hey, look, your Screen Paint doesn't work. And then they'll tell me the name of the projector, and literally it sounds like a new action figure for Dragon Ball. So no, they do not work on black screens. That's why every time you see a demonstration, they're done in the dark. Majority of them are done in the dark. And they're done on a white surface. So we don't support them. So I'll be doing another demonstration on the knockoff projectors I brought over here just to show you exactly why we do not support those projectors and why you should stay away from them. $89 for a 7,000 lumen 4K projector is unheard of, unless you know the person who actually manufactures and makes it, and you just go and go, hey Bob, guess what, can I have that projector over there? Sure, $89. That's the only way it's going to happen. But other than that, no, it's not going to happen. So just stay away from them. Now see, I'm getting the full potential of my projector. Look at this. I would have to turn on my lights in order to be able to see this screen properly on these screens right here. Just turn them out. Now keep in mind, some very bright demonstrations, a gray screen can pull up an image with some lighting on. But keep in mind, I don't have everyday lighting in my environment. My environment is brutal. Now when I bought this projector, I paid around, it's $849 now. When I paid for it, it was around $900 something. It was a lot of money, near $1,000. But it doesn't make a difference because these projectors I have here and over there, those projectors are way beyond this projector. This projector was manufactured in 2017. I bought it around 2018 is when I purchased the projector. These older projectors I use on my demonstration are 720p, that's it. And some of them date back, they go back as far as 2009. Something back a little farther back than that. Now let's do something that a light gray screen and a light gray screen and a white screen can't do. And we'll do a dark gray screen too. We'll do a dark gray screen and a fully lit environment. And we'll do it with the lights out. This is the reason why we stopped developing black and silver, silver and light gray screens. We stopped doing it because I saw exactly what this technology could do. We figured out a way how to produce higher white levels on a black screen. Once you figure that out, there's no point in basically ever developing a form of silver screen. Now, like I said, we may do it for a company's request. If a company requests they want that silver screen, then we'll design it for a company. But other than that, no, we don't. I just don't want to design them. Black technology is the best way to go. That's why we do those demonstrations side by saying, hey look, we could show you demonstrations. We could show you demonstrations of a black screen next to a black screen, and you'll see, number one, the difference, because our black screens don't look like everyday black screens. They have a different tone to them, a different shade. Black comes in multiple shades. Let's just show you how high the white levels are. So a light gray screen will give you some contrast. Better than white, but still it will never match to a black screen. And to tell you the truth, there really isn't much of a difference between a light gray screen and a white screen. There isn't much of a difference. It isn't all. If I come over to you and show you, see, I'll block this up just a little bit so you can see that it is a kind of light gray. There's just really no difference between that and white. It just isn't. This one just actually gives off a slight, I mean a slight difference than a white screen. That's all. But it will never come close to black technology. Let me see exactly what you're getting. Alright, with that being said, I'm going to be getting out of here real soon because I'm a bit tired. I got things to do today. I got a lot to do today. I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Our screen paint, yes, we're still having the summer sale. The roll-on is available. It does come with a blackout cloth. For those you've been asking, what can I paint this on? Just about anything you can think of. It does come with a blackout cloth. But this is just to show you a bit of an eye-opener that even if you do have a projector that's 12,000 to 1, you got 4,000 lumens. This is a pretty high-end projector. You know, you're still not going to get the picture quality. I can take a projector, any one of these projectors, I can take them and throw them against the screen. It's going to react the same way. You're going to have better contrast, better color. Everything's going to pop. It's going to look fantastic. You don't have to spend a lot of money, number one, for a projector. And keep in mind, with our K&A kits that come with this technology, man, we can make any projector look incredible. So some people say you have to have 4K, you have to have 1080p, you have to have this, you have to have that. What's the point of having all that if you will never see it to begin with because your screen can't basically give your projector its top performance? What's the point? What's the point of spending all the money for all these expensive projectors and getting all these bells and whistles if you will never ever see it because your screen is failing you? So this is one of the point I'm trying to get across. I can go over and I can buy a projector for $400, I can buy a projector for $200, I can buy a projector for $150. Heck, the Sony over there that I showed the demonstrations outside cost me $45. And I'm able to produce an image outside in the early morning hours, or after I think the afternoon early morning hours, a projector that cost me $45 that is 1100 lumens. Something that these screens right here and here can't even do. So that's just a bit of an eye opener, just to let you know. It's not your projector, it's definitely your screen, unless you got a knockoff, which I wouldn't go near. Alright, thank you all. I gotta go and